What's going on, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson with the Black Male's Opinion, and today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic that affects all African American men, no matter what your class level is. So make sure you come in and like, hit the bell, and be notified whenever a new video on my channel comes up. So Vidor, Texas Police Chief Rod Carroll had a situation a few weeks ago. Let's start from the beginning. In nearby Alabama, there were 4 black men that robbed an ATM, and they were driving towards Vidor, Texas, okay? And the chief sent out a notification, be on the alert and notify anybody if you see any black men around the area. Now, a lot of people took this as a racist comment and took this as targeting black men in the area. Now, what I'm about to say is controversial because I looked at the statistics of Vidor, Texas. As you can see here, it's 10,000 people, right? It's 97.3% white, 0.1% African American. So if you want to multiply 10,000 by 0.1%, you're going to get a very, very small number, right? It's not even 1%, it's 0.1%. So anybody black in that area, people know who they are, and you can call it racist. But if you were to see 4 black males that come into Vidor, Texas, that you typically don't see in a small town, you would assume that these sorts of people are most likely the candidates for being bank robbers or ATM robbers. So I'm not necessarily going to consider that to be 100% racist, right? I'm going to actually understand where this police chief was coming from. But on the second phase of this particular argument, I want to talk to black men about this, because this is something that is important, right? 4 black men, had they have been in the area and people didn't know them, they would have gotten arrested, okay? Completely innocent. Now, it's highly unlikely that 4 black men would have been in the area, but there are people who say they never stop in Vidor, Texas to get gas coming from Louisiana or other states, because Vidor is known for being a racist city, a racist state. And this has been happening for, or actually a racist city in the state of Texas. So this has been happening for years. But my question to all African American men is this: what are we going to really do about this, right? What are we going to do about these prejudices that occur in America still towards black men? We can sit here all day, we can cry racism, we can cry white supremacy, we can cry all of that. But the fact remains that there were 4 brothers that robbed an ATM that were coming down to Vidor, Texas. And I want to address you brothers out there that commit such crimes. Let me tell you guys something. If you were a black man and you're out there committing crimes like this, you are making it bad for the good black men out there that are not committing crimes, all right? I want you guys to understand that. A lot of brothers out there are going out here in the black community or in the white community or wherever, and when you commit crimes, you make it bad for other people. I've been pulled over before because supposedly I looked like somebody. I don't know if that was true, but I've been told I've been mistaken identity before, right? It's happened to every brother. You look like such and such. You match the description of such and such. Now, that could happen because you do have brothers out there who are doing stupid things impacting black men who are actually following the law. So let's just suppose that you have 4 black men that happen to be going through Vidor and they had nothing to do with it. You idiots who robbed the damn ATM out of Alabama would impact them, right? And we can blame white people and racism, and I'm going to get to them in a minute. But also, black men got to keep each other accountable. We cannot be out here doing stupid shit, robbing ATMs, and then not caring about other black men who are going to be impacted because of your stupid ass decisions. And we got to nip that in the bud. Now, let me say this to Vidor and to the police chief, this guy right here. Hey, bro, you're not sorry, okay? You're just saying that you're sorry because this is what you've heard before. You've heard that this is the right thing to do when you would get accused of being racist. And no white person wants to be racist. But really, in my opinion, if you were looking for suspects, you would have knew what kind of car they were driving. You would have kind of maybe knew what the model. you would have had some more of a description than just say 4 unidentified black males. That right there lets me know that you're doing crappy police work. Now, I do understand saying 4 African-American males coming through Viter. All right. It's highly unlikely that 4 males would just show up right after that driving towards the city. I get it. But as a police officer, it's your responsibility to give more accurate descriptions so that you don't get mistaken identities in situations like this, where some black man can get his ass killed by some trigger-happy police officer and you will have a big-ass lawsuit. Now, my message is to all brothers watching this right now, all African-American brothers, if you're from the Caribbean, Nigeria, wherever, if you live in the United States, or black men all around. We are all targeted by this particular system, good or bad. And that's any black person living in America. I don't care if you're from Uganda, if you're from Nigeria, like my boy Gary in the back from Zimbabwe. If you come to America, you are black, right? And you're gonna be hit with certain stereotypes. And this is where black men have to come together. What are black men going to do about the racism and discrimination that brothers face? Okay, now we do know that we got to clean up our own house, because we do have brothers out there that's making it bad for brothers who don't commit crimes. But at the same time, it's up to us to get out there, throw our own conferences. It's up to us to get out there and network and work together. It's up to us to get our own issues and agendas passed. It's up to us to take our money to political campaigns as black men and want to let people know that we are really serious about this. We're tired of the discrimination. We have to learn how to play the game like everybody else do, okay? The immigrant communities play the game. The LGBT community, they know how to play the political agenda game, and they're doing very well. You have certain other groups, Jews, the Jewish community, they know how to do it. All other groups understand that they have a political agenda to serve and to meet to reap the benefits of being protected by the law. The only group of people in America that don't understand that is black men. Hell, even black women understand that. So I need brothers to really start to get serious and start to network with one another. I was on my brother Marcus A. Brown's page, and he talked about this story right here, where 5 brothers invested in a house, took them a few years to save $50 a piece, and they went into real estate. Things like this, economically working together with other black men, will ensure that when people see us, they will think twice about approaching us. They will think twice about arresting us. They will think twice about pulling us over. Because why? Because we have network, we have legal representation, we have lobbyists, right? All of these things black men need to really be focused on and play the game. We need to stop being so quiet and so docile when it comes to our own issues. Because if we don't, these same things will keep affecting us year in and year out. And I'm going to close with this. In 2020, in the political campaign that's going to happen as far as for the presidency, African-American men are going to be left out of the table. Nothing that we want or desire is on anybody's ticket, not the Democrats or not the Republicans. Everybody else has their money on the table, have their particular issues they want to be done, but African-American men. And again, we're going to be left out in 2020. Now, are we going to continue to be left out in 2024? It's up to us to make a difference and a change for black male rights and black male issues. So guys, this is your boy O'Shea. Hey man, I really enjoyed this. Make sure you guys comment, like, hit the bell, and make sure you always try to work with other black men, even if it's small on the local level. Hey, if it's meetups, if it's going up for coffee, if it's, joining a co-working space, start to work with other black men to do things, whether it's business, whether it's setting up groups, whether it's setting up particular clubs. All of these things are important because those little groups turn into big things over time, right? We're many years behind other groups, even in our own community, right? Because we got to start to care about how black men are targeted or affected in this world. This is your boy, and I'm out.